Are you sick of your old Nerf gun? Sick of the mechanism jamming? Shot yourself in the face one too many times? Introducing Syringe Blaster, pocket-sized power. Do you have trouble fitting your Nerf gun in the microwave? Sick of eating bullets for breakfast? Introducing the Syringe Blaster. Build one today. Righto everyone, we are going to make one of these. This is a little syringe blaster. Here we go. That worked well. So these are the things you'll need. You are going to need a syringe. So this here is a syringe out of like a kid's Panadol thing, something you get with medicines. Notice there's no needle on the end. It's all quite safe. So we want one of these. Not a big one. A fairly small one will work better. We're going to need a piece of PVC pipe, a short piece of PVC pipe. It's important which kind of pipe you get. I'm going to explain that in a moment. We're going to need something for lubrication. We're going to need a glue gun. Oh, glue's going everywhere. And we're going to need a saw. Finally, we're going to need a workbench and a vise. So this is not a kitchen craft. This is more of a workshop sort of craft, but it is not complicated. I'm sure many of you can manage it, and all of you are going to be able to do it with a bit of grown-up help. Now, my workbench is very messy at the moment, so I need to tidy that up so we can use it, and then we'll keep going. Righto, everyone, welcome back. We've got a clean bench. It's a couple of days later now, actually, and it's time to start building our syringe blaster. So we're going to begin with our syringe. This is it here. I'll show you under the camera. Nice and simple, straight out of the box of medicine. Make sure you use a syringe that your family has finished with, because once we're done with it, it's not being used for medicine anymore. So it comes in two parts. We're going to take those two parts apart, and we're going to use this bit first. And you'll see here, there's a little sort of, I don't know, diamond-shaped bit on the end. We're going to cut that off, and we're going to cut it off as close to the end as we can. So we're going to put this in the vise like this, and we'll get our saw. We're going to cut that off as neatly as we can. Got to try and have the vise tight enough so it doesn't squash it and doesn't move too much while you're cutting. There we are. So that's cut off. You can just get rid of some of the burrs of plastic that are left. There we go. Righto, the next thing we need to do with this bit is this end here. We need to plug this end up with some glue. So I'm going to use some hot glue. I have a low temperature hot glue gun, which is much safer than the high temperature ones that won't burn you. Other sorts of glues will probably work as well, maybe super glue or araldite, but I think they're actually a bit more dangerous than a hot glue. PVA or glue sticks or that sort of thing won't work. So I've got a hot glue gun, and we'll just put a bit of hot glue in the end there, and squeeze a bit around the top to make it nice and strong. There we go. Let that cool down a little bit. Okay, and we can mold it with our fingers a little bit. Not that neat, but there we are. And plugged up with, oh, get it in the camera. There we are. And plugged up with glue. Okay, next we need to get the glue off our fingers. Work on this side. So this side doesn't need any cutting, but we do need to give it a bit of lubrication. So I have some grease here. I normally use this for working on bicycles, but a bit of margarine or a bit of baby oil would work as well. And you need to use a very, very small amount of grease. So we're just going to put a little bit of, tiny little bit in the end here. Like that. You can see, okay, I'm not good with these cameras. There's not much in the end there, just a little bit. And then we'll put this in here. And this is going to be hard to press in because we've closed up the end with glue. So we have to push it hard. It makes a little noise as the air comes out past the plunger. And now we should be able to move that up and down nice and smoothly, and it's like a spring. And that's what's going to fire our little blaster. So our missile is now made. Next thing we have to make is our launcher. So for the launcher, we're going to need a piece of plastic PVC tube. The diameter of the tube is really important. The tube has to be big enough that the whole syringe can slide into easily, but I'll put it under here again, small enough that the end of the syringe gets stuck. So this here is a high pressure PVC water tube. You can get it in short lengths from Bunnings, or you might have a bit around the house. I did try using this. This is electrical conduit. It's very slightly smaller diameter on the inside, and it was a bit too tight. So if I put this one in here, it does fit, but it's sort of stiff, and that meant it didn't work. This one drops in really easily, and that's what we want. So we're going to grab a piece of pipe, and what we want to do is cut a piece of pipe that's about the length of the main barrel of the syringe. So we're going to mark that with a pencil like that. And we'll put this in our vise. Get our hacksaw again, or other sort of saw, and we'll just cut through that carefully. There we go. If you've got a pipe cutter, that'd be perfect, but most people don't own a pipe cutter. I don't. Just clean that up a bit. Okay. So now to fire our little thing, we pop our syringe in. It sticks out this end. We pull it and let go, and it fires out the other side. I'll do that once more for us. Here we are. Ready? So I hope you can have some fun making a syringe blaster yourself. I have two of these that I've made, my test one and the one I just made on video. If you like one of these two and are one of the first two people to email me, I'll drop them into your letterbox. And if you're not one of the first two but still drop me an email, then I will make sure something sweet and yummy gets in your letterbox. In the meantime, please check out our other videos. If you haven't had a look at the Bible reading challenge video, the extra one from last week, please do. Otherwise, we'll see you Monday next week. Ta-ta.